Okay, this is who Tracy Banks is group stalking with while impossible light activity fills her apartment, her bedroom, the apartment of the ceiling directly above. This is again the criminal conduct that the demon that is over. This is a corrupt government actor, Michael Lorenz, who's acting in conformity to a pattern of conduct, stalking by the terrorist organizations masquerading as law enforcement agencies, doing so under the fake sun. That's a demon stalking in the path with light activity. So they're going to federal prison. Let's get their license plate. The entire property, this is what Alvarado Gardens was doing under a fake sun rising and setting. This is at what is 547, not in alignment with my bedroom window at Alvarado Gardens at 1806 apartment number 6. This is called light activity 9JUZ 605. This is a demon that's stalking in the path. Tracy Banks is in her bedroom and what is engineered light that's all across her bedroom wall. That's impossible light while she's pacing around. These are demons walking on the sidewalk, driving on the roads and the highways. The demon that's stalking in helicopters are pacing around while flashing of light is in the path with this apartment building where the fake sun is at the same exact address. Remember, it was directly over my head as I was capturing Tracy Banks crossing path inside of the apartment with impossible light that was moving all around inside of the apartment very rapidly while the fake sun remained stationary. 5:47 p.m. You have what is 9:20 a.m. and what you'll see in the same videos, what I captured right now, speaking to a duration of time which would be 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along the same strip of property. You're talking about over 7 hours, and you're looking at both videos where the Ontario Police Department is stalking in helicopters flying directly over my head at this property where the fake sun is rising and setting. Group stalking with the populace, who are the people of the state. Okay, this is demonic pacing on foot, living in relevant position. That's 403 West G Street. They're going to be prosecuted for domestic terrorism. 407 West G Street in Ontario. They're going to be prosecuted for domestic terrorism. The 7-Eleven is in relevant position. They're group stalking on surveillance cameras, making money while they're engaged in surveillance as a business, a commercial actor, engaging in criminal surveillance with the terrorist organization using helicopters. That is made a part of what is a terrorist organization, a police department's criminal surveillance and federal stalking conduct. The people of the state who you've seen on video for years, group stalking day and night on G Street, pacing around while the entity flying in circles of helicopter. I've captured this for years. That's exactly what they're doing today, right now, and that's what they were doing last night. And those are the demons that are pacing the same entity up and down G Street while the entity was flying over my vehicle on Vine Avenue in the morning where this fake sun is over the same exact property, where you've seen them at nightfall pacing on Vine Avenue like they all are now, and impossible light moves all across the property. This is the state of California's criminal system. This is the demon possessed who are engaged in this pattern of conduct. This is AVANATH Community's parking spot. He lives at the property. He represents the community who's going to federal prison. Group stalking with the state of California. Not in alignment with Alvarado Gardens. The terrorist organization, LAPD, and the Ontario PD are engaged in the same exact system, and Tracy Banks is going to federal prison. Okay, she's engaged in federal stalking on her communication device. She's pacing inside of an apartment. She's a violent sex offender, monitoring while my genitalia is exposed with people whose name I don't know. This is a senior citizen community where they were flying over in circles, and they are 55 and older, not complaining about what the city is doing because they're engaged in it with the city. All right, and these are demons under a fake sun day and night. This is the position where I'm standing, and at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, that's not the sun that will be again at the same property 5 hours later. This is non-movement, while you're looking at what has nothing to do with sunlight on the inside. Reaching behind, that's called crossing a path. You're looking at crossing a path right now in audible activity. And this is not sunlight, this is light activity while the entity is flying over by helicopter. You're also witnessing what is impunity. This is impossible light activity appearing behind the door while the entity is stalking in a helicopter at the same property where you're looking at them flying in circles day and night, okay? This is the basis of what is federal prison. And I want to be clear, this is impossible light activity that's in the bedroom, in the apartment, while the entity is pacing in the sky space. Using the communication device as a means of federal stalking, and with the people on the state on the phone, they're going to federal prison too. All right, that's impossible light activity across the ceiling. Walking and meeting at the doorway is a means of crossing a path. This is impunity and malice by a demon whose name you know. Okay, you also know Michael Lorenz. He's the same condition. That's why you have the department practicing the exact same pattern of conduct. In the specific environment where the fake sun remains, as a matter of evidence, this is not sunlight, and this is the same impossible light activity while I'm showing you the impossible light activity that's the product of shooting through the side of the window. This is where the absence of the fake sun is the same exact light activity. It's also piercing behind the front door, and this is duration of time 9:20 a.m. 9:20 a.m. here. Ontario PD flying over my head in helicopter. 5:47. You have the entity group stalking in helicopter. That's not the sun, okay? That third party is engaged in criminal facilitation for a population who's group stalking in plane and helicopter. Ontario International Airport is now pacing over the senior citizen apartment complex where the fake sun is rising and setting over the senior citizen apartment complex where the people of the state are group stalking with methods of light activity, which is occurring inside of a private space while you're walking around in that engineered light. That's the people of the state living at the crime scene. You will be prosecuted inside of your facilitating venue where you pay rent or your mortgage. All right, that's P.O.C. And that is the Ontario that has been documented engaged in terrorism with this same actor, Jay Burnett. This demon's badge number 19999. He's going to federal prison, pulling out recordings of what's being spoken about inside of this apartment where surveillance is underway, where the entity's engaged in criminal summoning, the same entity that you're seeing right now walking around in impossible light activity monitoring, and that's also why she's going to federal prison. It is 2024 and that same criminal system with that same terrorist organization remains underway, and this is the demonic environment that enables it. Stalking in the path in the parking lot with flashing of light, that's the outward demonstration of demon possession while you are in a helicopter pacing in the sky space, exhibiting demon possession, acting with impunity while they're monitoring on a communication device and inside of an apartment, which is, again, the state's P.O.C. And it is mutually exclusive to what's going to be seen outside of the Hesperia Holiday Inn, room 308 facing Motel 6. It's not that light source that you saw right now. That's not the natural environment. It's also not the natural environment where it is from 9:20 till 5:47. It's currently 5:52 p.m. That's not the sun that's going to be at the same property. There was never any sun in Los Angeles. There was never any sun in Hesperia. It remained directly over Woodside Senior Apartments, and that is also distinct from the impossible light activity that fills the apartment, okay? That's the pattern of conduct. And that's how a population acts in sync with that pattern of conduct. That's not sunlight, all right? That's a shaded structure underneath, and stalking in the path is the means of relevant positioning. And that's why the Ontario Police Department is fully aware of everything, and the Ontario International Airport, which the demon Alan D. WAPNER is fully engaged in the state's pattern of conduct, and so is Mike Lorenz and all of the demons that are engaging in utilizing helicopters and utilizing all of the resources that a police department has to engage in the criminal system of state surveillance, which is demonic. This is P.O.C. This is the evidence of what is impunity and malice for which the people of the state living in apartment 51, she's going to federal prison. This is P.O.C.